Let's ride.
All right, who's my turn?
We're back. We had to do very important business matters.
Yes. Yes. It's empty, don't worry.
I'm so dramatic, I'm sorry.
All right, Max is next. Oh, I
We're-
have the mouse. I
we're-
forget. I'm the captain.
We are
of this
now
ship.
at number 3. Do you guys have any guesses of what my number 3
No.
is? You'll never guess this one.
Can't say
Oh,
I do.
I'm guessing Megamind.
Close. Parasite.
Ooh.
This movie, it's made by Bong Joon-ho. It won Best Movie. I think it was like 2020, 2021. Very good.
Sorry.
It is a social commentary movie. It's very good.
So true.
I watched it the first time, loved it, and then I watched it again recently. I started it because I was like, I want to watch the cinematography. I want to like look at this movie and like look at it as like a film person, right? I got like an hour into the movie and I was like, I have not been looking at this movie because it was that good. I just kept watching it. But this is like, it's such a well put together like drama, and because it's about a family. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a really cool social commentary. It's very well shot, very well made, very well written, and it's very cool. So, would recommend seeing Parasite. It's cool.
Never seen it.
It's cool.
I love this
It's also
movie.
it's all subtitled too, because it's in Korean. So it's
Have you
cool.
seen it?
Unless you speak Korean. No, I have not. I've
Oh,
not
and
seen
then
it.
you're set.
You're only allowed to
Then
watch it
you're
in
set.
subtitles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this movie's great.
I think it's awesome. I mean,
What do you think?
I feel like even the title is just so
It's
perfect
it's
for
such
the
a
movie.
cool title.
It's so
Yeah, it's about
crazy.
yeah. It evolves and it changes and it has
It's
layers.
so crazy.
It's good.
So good.
Good movie.
Love it. Nice.
Parasite.
Good
Alright.
pick, Max.
Thank you. Laura, what's your pick? Is it?
Okay.
I was just thinking about that.
Okay. I feel like all of these movies are like movies that have recently come out.
Recency
I
bias?
feel like
Recency bias.
I don't know.
no, I
Alright.
feel like I'm the type of person who like watches something new and then I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yes.
that's my
This is my
favorite.
favorite.
Yeah,
This
me
is
too.
it.
My favorite.
This is it.
But I think about it at least, and I analyze them. I sit back and I'm like,
For
okay.
20 minutes.
No, literally.
Just
I
awesome.
have hyper fixations. All of these movies are my hyper fixations at the moment. Everything Everywhere, all at once. Okay, first time I watched this movie, it was in theaters. So good. I was like, wow, this is a really good movie. It made me cry. This is a good movie. And then I watched it again, and I was like, okay, this is one of my favorite movies because it's so good. Made me cry again, obviously. It does everything it's supposed to do so well. And you know when those types of movies that have like the messages that are so like heartfelt to you, it just makes the experience of watching it so much better. That one line that Michelle Yeoh says at the very end where it's like,
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Okay, I haven't seen
it
it.
either.
I have not.
On my
You haven't
list.
seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But I want
Yeah.
to.
Just saying, there's just a few lines that are like, they really like hit you, and it doesn't seem important in the beginning, but as it grows, I feel like the characters are so good and like they seem so simple, and like the family just seems so simple. But after like all the craziness, like from this poster, you can tell
Yeah.
this movie's a crazy movie. It's still like a simple message that just means so much more now. So I feel like that's just such a cool concept.
Okay.
I love it. Top, what is this, number 3?
3.
Yeah.
Top
Three.
3.
Top 3 movies.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in the top
Nice.
3 now, guys.
You guys should all
We
watch
are.
it.
Yeah,
These
this
are-
is
these
getting
are good.
real.
These are-
We're in
this
the-
is
It's getting
on the
real.
podium.
It's getting real.
That's a good choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to see this movie.
Yes,
So
I do
I
too.
need to see it.
Okay.
It's cool.
My number 3. This is also maybe another one that you might not know. I don't know if I've ever talked about this one before to y'all. So this is like, I knew this was going to be in my top 5 because it's so good. It's not quite coming of age, but it's also sort of coming of age, and it's creepy.
It's
It's a kids movie. It's made Tim Burton, right? I'm pretty sure. I grew up thinking this was the scariest movie ever. Because, I mean, there's dolls. It's creepy. I won't completely spoil it, but there's like button eyes and all this sort of stuff. Like you can see that's a button behind her. The symbolism in this movie, the Easter eggs in this movie, it's stop motion, claymation kind of thing. So it's already like, I love it because I love stop motion stuff. I'm so sad David's not here.
Dude, David's our
To see
stop
this,
motion guy.
he is. But this movie is just, it's dark and mysterious and amazing. It's one of those that I'm like, it's Halloween, I have to watch it, but also it's just a random Tuesday and I'm gonna watch it.
Random Tuesday.
Because it's like, it's comforting to me because I know the ending, I know whatever, but it's just, have y'all seen it?
No.
Really?
I was not allowed to watch this movie when
Yeah,
I was a kid. 'Cause
it
it's
is.
scary.
It
So
is.
I've never seen it.
It is scary,
Looks
and
cool, though.
it's one of those where it's a little unsettling, and there are like jump scares, I think, but it's just so good. It is. It's so good. I relate to the character. I love all the other characters. I just bought the book recently.
Oh.
It's a
Oh, yeah, it
book.
was based on a
It's
book.
made for kids, so it's written as like a chapter book you would read in elementary school. So it's weird because it's like
Crazy.
it shouldn't have been made for kids. I wish it was.
I feel like this isn't a kid's movie.
It could have been a novel.
And I feel like there's a lot of layers to it too.
There are so many conspiracy theories.
Yes.
There could be this could be made into a series of sort, but I like how it ends.
Yeah.
And I like where it is.
And it's very like existential.
It's
I love it. I love it. It's
I
so
love
good.
it.
Like for a kids movie, it's just
They go hard.
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love when kids movies are like
Yes.
made for kids but are also made
Anybody.
for adults.
Yeah, anybody can appreciate
Yes.
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
So that's my number 3.
Good
Also, I
choice.
did not realize that there was a button behind
I know, it's
her.
just the button
Yes.
moon.
Like there's
Yeah.
so many little Easter eggs in Coraline.
Mhm.
Like every time you watch it, I feel like it's a different experience. Like it's a whole
Yes,
different
it
movie.
is going through the door to
Yeah.
another like, kind of dimension, kind of a thing. Even though
No spoilers.
it is so good. It's one of those. It's just so visually appealing too. It leaves nothing
It's so
to the
cool.
imagination. It's so cool.
It's a very imaginative movie.
Yes,
That's great.
Yes.
it's awesome.
Cool. I like it.
Very cool.
Good choice.
Nice.
Riley's number 3.
All right,
What
guys.
is this going to be?
I'm proud of this one. Have y'all seen this? Super 8. What a great movie. Another great pick from me.
wanna hear it. Good
So
choice.
basically, if you've never seen it, like the best way I can think to explain it's like Stranger Things before Stranger Things, because this is from 2011. So this had that beat by a good 5
Was
years there.
I love Stranger Things.
But it's so good. Like it's very similar. So like if you're a big Stranger Things person, I feel you might be like, oh, it's the same thing. But like it was there before. So I don't know. It just definitely has some similar.
He
you
looks
know.
like Mike.
It's Mike.
He does.
does.
He does
And
kind of look
11.
like Mike.
And there's Hopper. Dustin.
But what's his name? Kyle Chandler, good actor. Yeah, it's just good. It's visually appealing. It's a fun story, and it's like told kind of like through the scope of like the kids,
Yeah.
you know. So you're like seeing, like it's like a very like end of the world type kind of movie, I guess. And it's like little Ohio small towns, so kind of like Hawkins, Indiana, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Nice.
It was J.J.
Yeah.
Abrams.
in Spielberg,
J.J.
Oh, really?
I'm looking at this.
Awesome.
very
That's crazy.
this kid's name. I don't remember what was his name. I want to say it's Charles.
Maybe.
I think his name is
It's
Charles.
been a minute
He
since I've
looks
seen
like a
it.
Charles.
He's a fun character.
It's fun. That's his
I've
buddy,
never
right?
seen it.
That's his buddy.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it either, but I want.
I watched this movie years ago, but I need to see it again because it was very fun and cool. It's very much like that Stranger Things, that kind of just like adventure kids movie, but it's still cool.
And it's got like some like emotional layers to it, cause like the kid like they and then the and all that is like he was the reason why, and so like there's like forgiveness and stuff. Great messages really and all
Cool
that.
adventure.
I'm glad y'all have seen it. I didn't know if y'all would know this one.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't.
But I
either.
want to.
It's fun.
you've seen it though, Max?
Max has
I've seen it.
Okay, cool.
It's
You're
one of
not
my
allowed, you're
dad's
not
movies he liked.
Getting you the number 2.
Oh.
2.
It's number 2 time.
Max.
Let's go to number 2.
I
Spider-Man
I knew
Into the
it.
Spider-Verse. Okay, I want to say something too about this movie.
Saw
Okay?
this coming.
This, and then I just watched Across the Spider-Verse. I grouped those two together now.
Okay.
Like I was thinking, 'cause, like I watched, I was like, oh, is that going to be on the list? What's going to happen? I'm going to count this as just Spider-Verse as both movies. Like this is Spider-Verse 1 and 2 because both of them are so good. They're so well made. The animation is so good. Like you can when I watch those movies, you can feel how much work, like how much effort went into them. You can feel how much they put into it, and it's so cool to see. And I love animation too. So this is like, it's Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. It's animation, great story, great characters. It's beautiful. It's fun. And there's going to be another one. There's going to be a third one. So if you like the first one or haven't seen it, watch this one and then go see the new one because it's good.
I have not seen it, but I will say from what I have seen, the style looks
Yes.
so cool.
Style is awesome.
Yeah.
It's creative and imaginative. And it's like it's inspired.
And the Spider-Verse Whopper.
The what?
Have you seen that?
What?
Have y'all not seen that?
No.
It's
What?
that Burger King. It was like a promotional thing for this, and it was Whopper, but the
no.
bun is just like red. I know more about the promotional items.
There's a lot of ways to do animation, and I feel like in this movie it was so innovative, and I feel like I'm really happy with how they made it because they could have made it like your average superhero like
Oh yeah.
bland thing,
This could have been lame.
but the
It wasn't.
style, like Kara was saying, the sound effects, like everything grouped together really well. The cinematography, that one
Oh,
shot where he's upside down and it's like the city's there, and you know on the poster. Yeah.
Oh, the shot from Spider-Verse. Yeah. What's
The
up, danger?
shot.
What's up, danger?
The
If you know,
shot.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that
That's a
poster in my
good
house
shot.
because it's so good. But yeah, this movie is good. So,
Nice.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thank you. All right, Laura's number 2. Is
Wait,
is
let me
it
think about what I want.
Megamind?
What did I put?
Oh, do you mind?
What is my number? Oh.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Classic.
Oh. Okay,
Let's hear about it.
Okay. There's only a few movies in my life that I have seen more than like 3, 5
Is it 5?
times. This is one of them. I love Casablanca. The first time I watched it, I thought it was so boring, and I was like, why am I watching a black and white movie? Even though I was being respectful. It's an old movie, I get it.
Sure.
But then I just kept watching it to kind of like understand it a little more, and I got so into it, and I feel like it's such a good movie. Like I would recommend this to anyone. I feel like it's good for literally anyone if you like any type of movie. Even though it's an old classic movie, it's so easy to connect to the characters. And I feel like it was so innovative in its story for the time, which is why it's so special to me. Like, especially how it ends, I'm not going to spoil, but if any of y'all have seen it.
I've seen it.
I have
You've
not.
seen it?
Good movie.
Yeah?
I have not. I've heard of it.
I think I've seen parts of it.
Yeah.
Watch the
snippets,
full movie.
Snippets.
It's really good.
It's
I
cool.
love the ending. There's like a bunch of lines in it that are like thrown around and that are like kind of iconic, and I feel like that's for a reason.
Yeah.
Like I broke down one of the scenes in a film class once, and my film teacher did it. So I was like observing how he broke it down, and I was like, oh my god, I did not realize that this movie was that deep. I thought it was just like a rom-com from the 50s, but it was like
It's not.
kind of like the other movies, like everything's thought out, and it's just really cool to see that, and especially in the cinematography, that's like my favorite thing ever. So it's like, I love how pretty it is, and the shots and everything, and the story. It was just so cool.
It is a pretty cool black and white movie.
And that's hard to say.
No, this
You
movie's
know?
so old. Like this came out like
Yeah.
almost like
It was,
when
it was
did
like
come out?
before World War II,
It's
right?
so old.
When did it come out? Because
It's
that's
the 30s, I think.
at least it's like over 60 years ago this movie came out. And it's still good. It's old. But
It's a fun
Is it
name.
my number 2?
home free.
Okay.
Oh!
Wait,
Okay.
Maverick.
Maverick.
This is okay. So
Right, sure.
it was a little hard to decide, but I actually did see Maverick before I saw the original.
That's crazy.
Because growing up, I wasn't allowed to watch
Top Gun.
the original because of a specific scene, but
The
my
beach scene.
mom was like,
In the second
didn't want us to see it.
No, then the first
In
one.
the first one.
The movies are very similar actually.
Here they are.
Yeah.
I was like,
Because they
there's
follow the
beach
same.
scene
No, the volleyball.
with all the shirtless
There's
guys.
a lot of callbacks. So,
Okay.
first of all, so my grandfather was a Navy pilot, and that brings back a lot of things. Like we would go to Sun and Fun every year, and I love the sound of jets. Like I know a lot of people who would like cover their ears when they hear a jet. I love the sound of jets. I will look up at the sky as soon as I hear anything. I love that kind of thing. So seeing this movie, I went with my little cousin, and she and I were like so close the entire time. I was like, look at that. Look at that. It's just so visually appealing. They use like IMAX, these cameras in the cockpits. They
Whoa.
very minimal CG. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they were flying those planes.
It is so cool. And just everything about it. The cast is amazing. They bring in new characters. Again, like I was talking about earlier, they bring in new characters, but you care about them.
Yeah.
It's like not
Hangman.
just crazy. My favorite character obviously is Rooster.
Rooster.
We've talked about Rooster in the office
Rooster.
before. I love Rooster. Love Maverick. Love all of them. It's just so well done. I have a poster of it up in my office. It's amazing.
That's a cool shot too.
It's amazing. So
Top Gun.
yeah,
Very good.
done very well.
Yeah, I know Tom Cruise does like all of his stunts.
Oh yeah.
So.
Have you seen the Mission Impossible? His stunt when he drives the motorcycle
Yes,
off a cliff?
it's
Have you seen
crazy.
that? Okay, I'll show you this later.
Yes.
He literally builds a
Capture
ramp
it.
and then he rides a motorcycle off a cliff and does a base jump.
How is this man still alive?
He's insane. He's
I
so
don't
cool
know.
though. He's crazy.
Nice.
He's wild. Top Gun.
Awesome.
Cool. Carol.
I like it too.
Short and sweet.
I like Top Gun.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Number
All right.
2 from Riley.
Ooh.
Riley,
See.
number 2.
Let's see it.
Catch Me.
Such a great movie.
Ooh.
This is the movie I haven't seen, but I've heard about it a lot. I've
Same.
heard about it more
Me
recently,
too.
so I need to see it.
Have none of us seen it? Oh,
Pitch it to us, right?
Okay, it's so
Pitch
good.
it.
It's based on a true story, as the poster says right here. I love the true story of a real fake. So Leonardo DiCaprio, he's this like in high school, coming out of high school or whatever, and he like just realizes how easy it is to like commit like check fraud and stuff. And so he's like ripping off all these government agencies and stuff and getting away with it. And he fakes his way into becoming a pilot. Like there's just so like it's so fun. And then Tom Hanks is the agent who's trying to catch him. And it's like
I love it.
it's like a weird like I'm trying to think of like the relationship between them two, but it's like
It's cat and mouse kind of.
yeah, like a Tom and Jerry basically.
Yeah.
But
Catch Me If You
Tom.
Can.
yeah, Tom,
Ah.
yeah, exactly. Jerry DiCaprio.
Jerry
Love
DiCaprio.
it.
But yeah, it's such a good movie. I haven't seen it in a minute. It's also Spielberg. I just realized that. So
Oh, is it?
my last two have been Steven Spielberg films.
Steven
Wow.
Spielberg.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. It's fun.
Good choice. Oh, is this number 1? Is this the
Yes.
first number 1? Okay.
One.
Okay, I got a lot to say about this one. I got a lot to say. You have the mouse.
You got the
You had mouse.
controls.
All right. Oh, here we go.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Okay. Blade Runner, 2049. I had wanted to see this movie for so long. This is one of the movies that I was like, I want to see this. I want to see this. It was always on my list, but I never saw it. So I was like, it was waiting, or it didn't happen. I was like, okay. And then finally, one day, I was sitting in our movie room, and I was sitting in the couch, and I was like, I want to watch Blade Runner 2049. And I felt it. I felt like I needed to. I needed to watch this movie now.
You have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah, it's like you need to be in the mood. And I was like, if I don't watch this now, it might not hit the same. And I was like, I need to watch this. So I literally ran out, grabbed things, and I ran back and turned on Hulu and put this on. I sat there for 2.5 hours, however long it is, and I just watched it. And I was just like, and I sat there in silence, and I was just like, this the whole movie. And then at the end, I'm just like crying, and I'm like, dang, this is a good movie. I'm glad I watched that. So Blade Runner 2049. Gas. It's directed by Denis Villeneuve, who's one of my favorite directors. He did Arrival too. And then also it was shot by Roger Deakins, who is one of my favorite cinematographers.
I love Roger
He's
Deakins.
sick, and he shot this.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
good director and good cinematographer, and it was cool. So,
Very cool.
and I love the poster too. The poster's sick.
It is.
I like the colors.
But the cinematography, like the fact that
Oh.
you said Roger Deakins, I
Roger
know that
Deakins.
is good.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
Oh
cool.
my god.
Cool movie.
And that one shot of I've seen one shot from
I've
it
seen a
that's
couple
like
shots,
with the
yeah.
orange skyline and everything.
Dude,
This
visually,
movie,
but this movie.
looks awesome.
This-
I know Ana de Armas is in it, right? Too.
Yeah, it's Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, Ana de Armas, and it's Jared Leto.
Great
Crazy. don't worry.
Great
Don't worry. Just watch. It's good. It's good.
Is that Morbius?
Is that Joker?
Yeah.
But this is a movie that I was very excited to see, and I'm glad I got to see it. So.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh,
Very
winner.
cool.
And it's sci-fi, so also cool.
Nice.
All right, that was number 1. Laura's turn. I know what Laura's favorite movie is. I know what it's gonna be. It's Blade Runner.
Yes.
1917. Okay.
Talk about it, Laura.
Okay, first, let me start off by saying, I feel like every time I tell someone that this is my favorite movie, they're like, really? Like, 1917, are you sure? Like, I feel like that's no one's favorite movie, but it's the first time I watched it, y'all.
You don't.
I can't. It's literally the best thing I've ever seen. I have never been in awe of something I had just watched for like a few weeks straight. The main premise of the movie is it's set in World War I and it's about a messenger an army who has to go from point A to point B with his friend, and they have to deliver a message. That's the whole thing. But it's shot in like the illusion that it's one take. So it's like for the whole like 1 hour, 2
it's
hour.
The whole movie?
It wasn't shot in one take,
but
but
it
looks like it was
wow.
one take.
I have not seen it.
Have y'all seen like stuff like that though? There's this one
Yes.
I have never.
Silent House. Have you
I've
seen
never
that?
I've never seen it.
It's what's her
I
name?
want to see every movie
What's-
that's like that.
Dude,
now.
that's insane.
What is her name? WandaVision. I can't. Her
Oh,
yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Yes.
Her, yes. It's like it's a horror film with that. And it's pretty cool, but it's like the entire like there's no cuts or anything. It's pretty cool.
But not only that, I feel like the story is so. It hit deep in my soul because it's like, I don't know. It was like just about moving on and getting through something and in a really like hardcore setting too. It's been my favorite movie. Like, I don't know how long has this been out? 2 years? For 2 years now. So it's like
It's been 2 years.
2019, right? Wait.
So that's for
1917.
Oh, what year is it?
2023.
Yeah.
When did
This came out in
1917
1917, actually.
Came out 106 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
2019. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we
Alright.
know what this one's be. That's awesome.
I think we know what this is gonna be.
I wonder what it's
don't
gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Listen, you've heard the name a couple times in this show already. I'm getting some weird looks over here, but we're just gonna go for it. Megamind has been my favorite movie for years. If you tell me what scene to start from, I will start reciting it. It came out in 2010, right? That's when Despicable Me came out.
We've heard.
Both of these movies have the very same premise of villain turned good. And then at the end, it's so happy and whatever. Megamind is so much better than Despicable Me. It's just built different.
It's built different.
I mean, look at
Built
that face.
blue.
He is built different.
He's built blue.
I've mentioned this movie so many times. It is just like the joke of The Office. I love it. It's just Will Ferrell. They've got Tina Fey. They have Brad Pitt in there.
So
They have
good.
just
Such
so
a
many
good
random
cast.
people.
Great
It's
cast.
such a good cast, and it's just so. Storytelling is great. I laugh every time I see it, even though I know exactly what's going to happen. Visuals are good. He has a giant blue head.
He has a giant blue head, everybody.
think
I mean,
that's
how
awesome.
can you not love
That's
it?
the best visual.
Look at this
It
guy.
is
Look who
the
he's-
best.
Look.
I think everyone would be mad at me if I didn't have this as my number one. And it truly is my number one. So, with that, there you go. There he is.
Great number one.
All right,
Love
guys.
him.
What is Riley's?
Oh, I love it. I love it. And let me start out by saying I've never read the book, but great film. Baz Luhrmann. He did Elvis too. Elvis was also really cool
Great
to watch.
Really?
Very similar kind of thing. Right?
Yeah. So anyways, quick little story of how I came across this movie. So in 11th grade, in one of my class, there was an English class, and I guess the other class had been reading the book, and either their class ran late or ours did or something, but I somehow ended up in there, and it was like the second day they'd been watching it, so it's already like halfway through the movie, but we just got to watch the movie with them. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And so finally I went around to like, I've seen it a couple of times now. I just love it. I like Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire. It's
They're
cool.
so good.
Cool story. I love those period pieces too.
Yeah.
It's a very fun time for them to for him to be able to do all the cinematic stuff that he did with it. So really great movie, and I'll watch it as many times.
Cool.
As
Did they
a-
shoot it like kind of like an older timey movie? Or-
Mm,
No.
so there's parts of it where
Okay.
there's this one scene I just love. It's like when they're out on the water and stuff with him and Daisy, and there's like the one like the old timey looking like camera shot, and they're like hitting like a golf ball or something. I don't know.
Oh.
It's really cool with the Lana Del Rey over it, but
Wait, really?
yeah,
Lana Del
The
Rey
soundtrack.
song. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
it's so good.
That's crazy.
But that's
cool, right?
my
I
number one.
love this
That's the number one.
There you go.
So let's go.
Nice.
We can
That's a good one.
Can you
That's
say
a
our
good
number one more time just to say it? Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby.
Megamind.
1917.
Blade Runner 2049.
Nice. Okay,
Here,
yeah,
Riley's.
very
These
good,
are ones
very good.
that almost made the list.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
honorable mentions. So they almost made the list, but
Almost.
they weren't really the top 5.
That's my honorable mentions. I got Nightcrawler. That's fun. As a journalism student too, you don't see very many journalism movies, and it's not the best twist on journalism from a journalist
Yeah,
perspective.
but-
Not the greatest journalistic integrity, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
The Batman Christopher Nolan trilogy, love those. These next two are pretty silly. I got 21 Jump Street and Paddington.
Nice.
Paddington.
Paddington.
Bring it in.
I love Paddington.
Nice.
Have you seen Paddington 2?
I have. They're both great movies. But I'll make it
Riley has
dramatic.
to
Riley's
go.
leaving.
He's being responsible and going to an interview. So
Yeah.
wish him luck.
I have other
got it.
Spinnaker duties.
Poor Riley had to go.
Bye,
I'm crying.
Riley.
Okay, I'll start with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love Harry Potter. The movies did not make my list purely because the books are better. Number 2, the Lego Batman movie. I've talked about this before, I think. It is so good. My roommate had me watch it
good
one
Batman
time
movie.
for one specific joke, and I just the rest of it is so good. I've watched it
very
so many
good.
times. It's like
Do you like
it's almost up in the running with like Megamind in a way,
clothes?
but it's not.
It's fun. It's a good
Could
Batman.
never
movie. It's a
be.
good Batman.
The
movie.
last one I have on here
Oh.
did not make my list, but it's Cars.
Life is a highway.
The soundtrack is great on this one too,
Banger.
for no reason. They went
Too
hard
good.
on a Cars movie where cars have eyeballs and they talk.
It's Owen
But it's good.
Wilson.
It's
You
so
have to.
good. It's purely nostalgia too.
I love it.
Cars.
It's just
Mater.
Toe Mater.
they're just so good.
Doc Hudson.
It's so good for no reason.
It is really good.
I also sort of want to mention the Ice Age movies.
Aww.
Icing.
Those are really good.
The
My
I-
mom loves those movies too.
The
We love them.
Continental Drift made me laugh so hard as a
They're
kid.
really funny. The
Like-
first one is weird.
Yeah, I never saw it.
2, 3, and 4.
The weird Ice Age
Perfect.
baby. I know y'all
Ice
remember
Age
that.
baby. Put them on
It's
screen.
such like
Put 'em
it's
on
weird
screen.
CGI. It's
I
so
know
weird.
y'all remember.
No.
It's so weird. But anyway, those are my honorable
Nice.
mentions.
I thought Cars was gonna be on the list. That's why I was surprised when I saw
No, I
Rogue
know.
One.
I know.
And I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, let's open up the top secret. Open up the top secret.
Okay. Actually, Parasite is on my honorable mentions. Now that you say it,
Pog.
because
Good choice. Good
it's
choice.
so good. Like I feel like I need to rewatch it, but it's just one of those movies that's like, after you watch it, you're like, wow,
Like, wow.
a lot went into this,
Mhm.
and I know that it was meant to be just one of the best movies ever, and it was. So
It's pretty good.
yeah, it didn't make the list though. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's on my list.
Okay, the top of my honorable mentions list is actually The Pianist. I was going to put it on my list, but it's another war movie. I didn't want to put 2 war movies on my list, and 1917 was my top. But The Pianist, 2002, Adrian Brody. It's, again, I say this about like every movie that we've talked about here, but it's so innovative. Like,
That's what we like to see.
it does things that other war
Ooh.
movies just didn't, and there's
Different.
reasons why people win Oscars for it, because it's
good.
just. Can I tell you a fun fact really quick?
fact.
Yes.
Okay, throughout the whole movie, it's like a tragic movie, obviously. It's about Nazis and Poland, and it's very hard-hitting stuff. There's very graphic things in it that are not for the sensitive viewers, but it's it's so good, and it's so well shot and everything. And throughout the movie, it slowly gets more and more desaturated, like without you realizing. I didn't know that until I read it somewhere, but it's like it starts fully saturated, and then it just slowly like just goes out over the like 2
love that.
hours.
That's cool.
Like, who thought of that? That's so cool. A New Hope, Star Wars. I had to put a Star Wars.
Yeah, you do.
Like you gotta nudge in a little Star Wars here and there, because iconic and dare I say
Iconic.
innovative. Yeah.
At the time,
Innovative.
Yeah, I
extremely
said it.
innovative.
Not
said
just
it.
said it.
Okay, and then I'll say La La Land, because La La Land is such a sweet movie, and Damien Chazelle is incredible, and Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, yada yada. The
Yada.
story, breathtaking. Love it.
Breathtaking.
And I didn't know I could love a musical so much.
It is a musical.
Even though I love musicals, I didn't know I could love a
Yeah.
musical so much.
Crazy.
So good, and the colors.
Great. The colors are nice.
Love the colors.
Colors are good.
Yeah.
Hey,
That is
good
that.
good honorable mentions. Speaking of honorable mentions, the top of my list, we have the one that almost got my number 5. La La Land. No, I'm dead serious. La La Land is good, dude. La La Land is really good.
It is
that
so
that movie's
good.
awesome. It was between Fallen Angels and La La Land. I was like very close. And then the other one that also got very close was the Batman, the new one.
Oh.
But I just didn't have a lot to say about the Batman other than it's shot so good.
So
Like the
pretty.
cinematography is so good. Like that's all I was like, what else do I say about it? So, like,
Prettiest superhero movie.
yeah,
by
that's why I didn't put
far.
it on the list. But
Yeah.
my third on my list, Carol will like this one. I love the Lego movie.
I love it.
I
The
love
Lego movie is so
The
good.
Lego movie is an awesome movie. I love that movie so much. If I had to learn a movie, like all the lines from one movie and like recite it, it would
I
be
know
the
that
Lego
one too.
movie. The Lego Batman movie is very funny. And there's the Lego Ninjago movie too, which was like okay. But the Lego movie,
Oh, it's so good.
that movie's just good. It is just a fun movie. A movie.
I agree.
I agree. Did you see it?
Yeah, everything is awesome. And it's true.
And
Everything is
overpriced
awesome.
coffee. That'll be $47. Awesome. And they all start singing.
It's so funny.
It's so
That was
good.
like Chris
So
Pratt's
funny.
big break, wasn't
That
it?
was Chris. Yeah, he was in it. There's a lot of big.
It was a big
Chris
break.
Pratt.
I'm pretty sure.
Who else was in it? There's
feel
Will
like it
Ferrell
was.
is the villain.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Lord Business.
He's
Lord
so
Business.
good as the
Lego
villain.
Batman's
so
in it.
funny. It's just so funny for no reason.
It's way
It
too
is.
funny. It's way too funny.
It's
I
way
could
too
quote that
funny
movie.
for what it is.
It's too
way
good.
too funny.
I love it. So that's on the
I
list.
love it.
It's on the list. One movie that is really cool that I think about, but it was not. I didn't put on my top 5. It's called The Right Stuff. You'd like this one here. I think you'd like
I've
this. It's
never
about
seen
astronauts.
it.
But it's like them training to go up like in the shuttle. And it came out like this was like at least 40 years ago. I think this movie came out. It's like an older movie, but it's about like them training and like they were pilots and stuff, but they were getting up to be the astronauts and like it's about their journey there. And it was really cool. I think about it. And I'm like,
Nice.
it's cool. And then a Marvel movie.
Wait, there was no Marvel.
There's
There was
been
Marvel.
no
Kind
I
of.
had Spider-Verse. But that was an MCU
I
though.
expected a different one from you.
Really? Which one?
I don't know. I expected
expected
one of the big
Infinity
Marvel
War.
movies.
It's in my top 3. It was just so cool, but I don't think it's one of my. I think it's like top 10 or top 15, but I don't think it's on the top list.
I see.
But one that I love a lot, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That I love ragtag like group of like found family friends going on adventures. Like I love that stuff. It's like that's very D&D, so I like
Love
it. It's
Guardians.
gas.
I have
It's just
not
fun.
seen very much Marvel at all, but I have seen Guardians of the
Good.
Galaxy. And I think a lot of people can say that
It's just fun.
because
It's
it was
fun.
it was big.
Who's your favorite Guardian?
Here's the problem, right?
I have mine.
Is like when I do my top 3 superheroes, I was like, oh, I like Spider-Man, Captain America, and I like the Guardians of the Galaxy. I do them as a group. Like how if to pick one,
But who's your favorite
who's
Guardian?
my favorite? I don't know like who my favorite is. It's like I like Drax is funny, Rocket's cool, Groot is awesome. It's like how do you
I am
who do you
Groot.
pick? Who's
Wait,
You
now
gotta
I'm
pick.
conflicted.
how do I pick this?
I have a
I
favorite.
can't pick this. Do yours first.
Mine?
Yeah.
No, mine is Drax.
Oh,
Drax
I
is
thought it was
hilarious.
Groot.
My favorite is Drax.
Drax is awesome.
Which one's Drax?
Who's
Drax is the
he's the funny, he's the
muscly-
big guy. He doesn't get any
He's
jokes.
so
Oh.
funny because he's so muscly and big, but he's like a teddy bear. And the scene with him eating the chips.
Oh yeah, I've been here the whole time.
I like
I've been
Groot.
standing
And
so
then he's
still.
like, damn it. He's so funny.
I
I
like-
thought your favorite would be Star-Lord. I whispered it
he's
to
fun.
the camera.
I like Star-Lord. I almost said Star-Lord, but then I thought about it. I had to think about it.
Yeah.
I like them all though, but I like the team. I like the team.
Yeah.
But they're all fun, very fun, and the movie's very fun. So that's my
Yay.
honorable mentions.
Nice.
It's not secret anymore. Wait. We have to get some. You can put this in. Because just nobody knows he was here.
But yeah, thanks for watching. We're gonna have more Roundtable Reels segments for flicks in the future, so stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed. Happy watching.
Thanks everybody.
This was a lot of fun.
Fun. Bye.